Hi, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. How are you guys? How's everything? I hope everything's fine, like always. Well, today is an interesting day for me. Actually, it was almost 3 weeks ago that I went to Pakistan for holidays. Before my flight to Pakistan, actually, I received the package, uh, which is this lens. Yes, that's Laowa 17mm f4. It's a medium format lens for Fujifilm. So I received this lens, and that's a 17mm f4, which is equivalent to 13mm f2.8 for the full frame. So that's the widest lens that currently anybody can have on Fujifilm GFX, which is this is the medium format camera. So this is the widest right now. The native Fujifilm lens, which is 23mm f4. So Laowa basically comes out at 17mm, which is 13mm full frame equivalent, which is a lot actually. 13mm covers a lot of wide angle area. I was shooting yesterday with this lens, and to be very honest, I wasn't expecting the optical quality that it's going to be that much great. At f4, it's a little bit soft at the corner, but if you're stopping down the aperture to f8 and f11, I was shooting at f16 actually, which is f11 to the full frame equivalent. But this lens is really good, to be very honest. The plastic is, that's front cap, it's normal like any other case, but if you look at the front, you see the bulge. That's 82mm filter thread. That says 86, sorry, 86. So, and it's all metal. This is really a metal all the way. The construction is really good. The aperture, it's from here, f4 to f32. And the best part of this lens is I can go close up to half a feet, like that's 6 inches, and I still get pseudo macro close-up shots with this lens. Like if I literally go like this, I can take a shot of you guys. So it's really that close. And I have tested it. I have a sample shot I'll share with you. And I was kind of surprised, like, oh, how come that this ultra wide lens can take so much pseudo macro type of a shot? But it does. Like, this lens is really, and first of all, the native Fujifilm lens, which is 23mm f4, which is around way above than $2,000. This is less than half the price of it. That is around $1,100 something. So that lens is really good, really, really, really good. Because to be very honest, when you go ultra wide lens, you cannot shoot at f4 or f2.8 until unless you are shooting astrophotography, which I usually don't do it. I usually don't go for astros. For that, maybe 2.8 or something you need it or full frame. I can still shoot astro with this lens. I can. I haven't tried it, and astro season is also gone. So maybe next year, after April or May, we will think about that. But to be very honest, when you go ultra wide angle lens, you're usually stepping down the aperture to f8, f11. So I was shooting at f16 or f11, and I was getting very decent shots. I mean, very, very. The corner was sharp, the flare was good. The only complaint that I have with this lens is the coating, the internal lens coating, because if you're shooting into the sun, you will get flare. Now, that flare is very minimum, but it's there. So either you have too much flare, so you can do some kind of creative shots, or you don't have any flare at all, so you don't worry about that. But this one is having a little bit of flare, which is kind of annoying and not annoying at the same time. But it depends on you how good you can carry, like you can use this lens for. Besides, it's a native lens, so I don't have to worry about any uh, adapter or anything. The weather sealing is good, as you can see. The weather sealing is really good over here. But the build quality is extremely, I mean, really, it's all metal. You see, it's all metal, and the volume sounds are by I'm good, sir. I'm good. And the aperture, it's this clickable f4 to 32, and if you can see the closest, by the way, look at this, yeah. So the lower scale is for meter, the upper scale is for feet. So if you can see, it's up to 0.6 feet I can take the shot, which is really good. I have the pseudo macro. Let me show you some sample. Because in this way you're probably going to notice more about this. Let me show you. So this was the shot I had yesterday, and if you see this, it's really good all the way up to the corners. This is really nice. I was shooting this frame as well. So if you are looking at the corner, see the corner? It's really good all the way. And if I go over here, the corners are really good. I mean, really good. There is no complaint whatsoever. So that I was shooting. I have, let me show you some more shots of the pseudo macro type. This was the shot. This was the shot. So I was like half a feet close with this. Half a feet almost. So this was the close-up shot I can get. Like I was literally half a feet. Let me check if I can show you the close-up. Wait a second. Alright, so I was shooting with this much distance, you see. So I was shooting with this much of physical distance with the flower, and I was getting this shot. So this was the distance. This was the distance, and I was shooting. I got this shot. So this was the shot actually I thought to share with you guys, and it's a macro shot that I got from it. So I like these lens. I really like. I already did my homework before this lens came to me, and after that I asked the guys to send me the lens, and which they did. That's it. So I personally, and by the way, the most important part, the way this lens is with zero distortion. This is on the box. Let me tell you. Let me show you. This is the box, and it says zero. 0D. 0D means zero distortion. So this lens comes with zero distortion. At 13 mm, you will be getting a lot of barrel distortion or any less distortion, but this lens has zero distortion, and I literally checked. I believe I do have a sample for this. Let me show you. Wait a second, let me show you. I do have a sample for it, and I want to show you guys. Come on. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Let me show you. Alright, so if you look into that, you see the lines? The lines, these are straight. All the way. Straight. No distortion whatsoever. Wait, sorry. You see? These are the straight line at the corner. And even if I go down over here, they are straight lines. And if I go over here, you see straight lines. So I purposely shot this ultra wide angle shot using this lens before I traveled to Pakistan, and it's really great. It's really great, to be very honest. I wasn't expecting that this kind of result I can get from this lens. So zero distortion, tough build quality, all metal. But the only thing is this front is 86 mm, so I wasn't able to get any filter for it. So all the landscape photographers who do have the filter kit for 86 mm and above, definitely it's going to be totally worth having this lens for. And Kadir is asking who took BTS. That shot is also nice. Brother, I took the BTS shot from the selfie. So I was holding the camera and the phone like this from the mobile. So I shot like this. Yeah, because nobody is here to help me. So one hand I was holding the camera, other hand I was holding the phone, took the BTS shot. So that's how I did. So I really highly recommend this lens because it's a budgetary lens. First of all, it's really a budget, less than half the price for what you get. Because all the ultra wide angle lens for the medium format is really expensive, like super expensive. And Laowa come up with 17 mm f4, which is 13 mm f2.8 equivalent for full frame. So this is a really budgetary lens, which if you have Fujifilm GFX medium format, regardless if it's 50S or 50R or 100 GFX 100, you use this lens and you will get a stunning ultra wide angle shots for this, for architecture, landscape, and even pseudo macro type of close up. So that lens is extremely good, and not extremely, like if you are counting from 0 to 100, 0 100 is maximum, 0 is minimum, it can do 90% of the job straight away. 90% of the job you can get this from this lens. Yeah, the internal coating, the internal lens reflection is there, but it's very minimal. You won't get that from the Fujifilm at all, because Fujifilm, they're making sure there is no internal lens reflection which causes the flare. This causes a little bit of flare, not much, but little bit of flare, but it's there. But of course, at the price point, that's the best you can get. But the sharpness is there if you are stopping down to f8 and above. The sharpness is there even across the edges, which I wasn't expecting, but the sharpness is there. And the lens is really good for medium format user. For if you are looking for a budgetary solution, this is the best lens that you can have, period. So I thought to share with you guys a quick review. Sample images I already posted on my Facebook page, and you can check. And I will be posting more images shortly after that. So zero distortion, 19 mm full frame equivalent. You will hardly get 14 mm or 12 mm. This one is 13 mm. By the way, there is an advantage of using this lens on medium format. Why? Because it's 13 mm full frame equivalent field of view this lens provide on medium format. Medium format GFX sensor size or the real estate is bigger than full frame because it's 44 by 33. So if you're talking about the total coverage area, the real estate, because it's 4 by 3 ratio, the sensor format of the GFX, the full frame is 3 by 2. So it basically covers more area at the top at the bottom. If you are taking the reference width of the full frame and the GFX, if you're taking the reference full in the horizontal way, the GFX provide more room on the top and at the bottom because it's 4:3. But the full frame is 3:9. So the image capturing area total you will get on GFX is more than full frame. But like for okay, let me put in this way: if you have 13 mm full frame lens and you are putting this 17 mm on medium format, if you put these two lenses side by side, two cameras side by side, GFX will cover more area at the top and at the bottom because it's the sensor got more real estate on it. So that's what this lens is all about. I really love this lens because it's very budgetary. It gives pseudo macro, and it's 13 mm. What else you need? Yeah, it's a prime. It's not a zoom. It's not like you will get 1424 or 1224 or 1635. It's not like that. But again, it's Christ's sake, it's mini format. It's not everyday thing that you can go out and shoot with. That's a prime time stuff, like literally prime time stuff. So that's it. I'll be posting the link of the sample shots in the video which once I'm going to upload this on YouTube, and which hopefully you will guys are going to love it. So that's it. I thought to share with you this Laowa 17mm f4, and I'll catch you in some other videos. Till then, later. Bye.